Okay, so I completed my last goal for Mythic Plus, which was to do Waycrest Manor as a plus 20. So I got the teleport and all of that. So relatively easy, all things considered. I switched over to augmentation just to mess around and had gotten kind of burnt out on trying to heal. So it was about all I could do to heal plus 15s. I didn't want that to be an obstacle. So you typically, most people don't look too too hard if you queue. If they see an Invoker and their DPS, they kind of assume your augmentation. So um, it's kind of one of the nice things about the spec. As long as you buff everybody else as you're supposed to, um, they really don't care too much about anything else. So I tried to figure out kind of how far I could jump ahead. Um, I had done Waycrest Manor as a plus 15. So I knew I couldn't jump straight to plus 20. Ended up doing it as a plus 17, and then just kind of um, one level at a time. So then plus 18, um, plus 19. I had the first Waycrest Manor I ran, I got a key to run it as a plus 16. So I ended up running it one time from 16 up until 20. So every group I was able to get into, we were able to complete the run. So um, yeah. So tried to kind of at 15. I mean, I was still trying to queue. At plus 17, I was still trying to queue. Plus 18, plus 19. Like, I got declined from quite a few of them. Um, I think. I don't know that that had so much to do with me, as according to Raider.io, like their rating was much higher than mine, so I think they were looking for more kind of higher ranked players. Um, just kind of assumed like they didn't want me slowing them down. So that's fine. That's fair. Eventually got into a group. The groups I did get into were mostly um, fine. There were a few tanks that kind of could have been a little bit more mindful with their polls, but as I said, we completed every group I got into. We completed the run, so I'm good. So that was the last thing, as I said, I wanted to do was get Waycrest Manor as a plus 20. So I always liked that dungeon. So I will have two rewards. I ended up running it 5 times. Um, so um, one should be 280, and then I believe 278, 279, something like that. 276. Okay. So and 476 and 483. So and that is a trinket. Gaze into the mirrors. Depth. Inviting a vision of your future self to fight alongside for 20 seconds. Causing spells based on your role. In addition, you grant yourself secondary. Okay. Interesting. What am I actually on? Am I on? I am on augmentation. Okay, hold on here. I don't think this is gonna make me. Slight oversight on my part. Hold on here. Preservation. Yeah, it doesn't change it once you've got this far. So that's fine. Yeah, I'll just keep it on preservation. That's fine. Do I want the trinket? This is going to be an interesting decision. What is... Let me look and see here. So I actually know what I'm doing. Okay, so it was every Okay, so let's look at... There we go. And that was an ability I did not take. Okay, so... That is a difficult choice, because I do like having my voodoo totem. That came in incredibly handy. And the Sea Star is getting out of date, but the versatility and avoidance are really good. Increasing in addition, you grant yourself your highest secondary stat. So, I either take the tier set or the talent that I did not take, or I take the trinket, which may or may not be beneficial. I lose versatility, I lose avoidance. Really don't want to lose the healing, though. That is... or do I? I mean, technically, so the trinket isn't on use. So I would be gaining, with 3,600, I would be gaining more of a stat than the stats I would be losing. So I might just take the trinket. It's kind of a... Yeah, because I'm not redoing my... That's the same level. Yeah. Yeah, odd of a decision as it is, I think the trinket's probably the best, the better option there. So, Throne of Tides. Okay, so now I will go see what I can upgrade. Okay, so obviously switching specs shifted my stats around a bit. So I ended up replacing some things. So the first thing was I already had the boots. For some reason I hadn't equipped the boots. So that leveled out my critical strike and my haste, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what it looked like. So 21 critical strike, 18 haste, 9 mastery, and you kind of need your mastery. So the boots, like I said, for some reason I had them. I just hadn't equipped them. I assume because they weren't beneficial as preservation, um, or it was one of the last things I did. The last time I did anything with Mythic Plus. So went ahead and swapped those out. So kind of evened everything out there. So higher versatility. So I'm fine just trying to keep this as much as I can along these lines. Got a ring. Why did I... This should be equipped. Here, yes. Why did I not... I think maybe I got that and I just didn't take the time to actually equip it. Okay, so... Increases mastery, lowers haste, increases critical strike. Yeah, okay. I think I'm fine with that. I did get a higher music box. So if we look here, I actually got the whole set at one point. So I did get a higher music box. I had this equipped in I think it was like the last run that I needed to do to get to get plus 20. The last run I did. And I seem to be kind of struggling a little more. I couldn't figure out why. If it was just plus 20, if like the difficulty curve spiked around there, or kind of what was going on. Like it was not the best run I did of the Mythic Plus, the Waycrest Manor runs I did last week. That was the only one I did. And I kind of figured out I had replaced C Star. I had replaced, I had swapped out C Star for the music box. And because it will heal. So whatever you do the opposite of. So if you're healing, it will do damage. If you're dealing damage, it'll heal. So I thought, okay, this will be good. This will help the healer, because last week was bursting. So, but then I came to realize the versatility and avoidance, because avoidance isn't on a lot. Avoidance reduces AoE damage, which was really good in Waycrest Manor, or for Waycrest Manor. Because I died a couple times to really, I'll say obvious things. Like, nobody said anything. I kind of expected somebody to at some point, but couldn't figure out why, and then realized, like, I have virtually no avoidance anymore. I think that was all my avoidance, yeah. So, we will put this down here. Yeah, so I'll try this. We'll see how it works. If I do anything else, so probably gearing now for season 4. Can't really see doing much more with season 3. So, but the trinket, the voodoo totem, this was super good. When I got this, I commented about how good it was to have. It was good at the time during Battle for Azeroth. It's still good now. One of the better trinkets. I think Battle for Azeroth had some of the better trinkets, at least in more recent times in the game, it seems like. Because that's really when I kind of started paying more attention to trinkets and everything. And I haven't quite... we haven't quite had an expansion after that had trinkets that were as good. Maybe in if you do raiding, But as far as like just doing dungeons and just, basic, more casual things, we haven't had quite that. Although the one trinket from the one that casts a star, I think it is, can almost one-shot almost any NPC. I will have to say that one is quite good. So I digress. So that was the changes I made to my gear. So
Best goods in the Isles.
of this, what I can actually upgrade. So I lost. What did the so versatility and avoidance. So I would like to increase versatility, I'm thinking. Okay. Um, hmm. Oh, I can upgrade the trinket. Do I want to upgrade the trinket? Because that would give me 3,800 of your highest secondary stat. So I need to increase mastery. Alternatively, I could increase the voodoo totem, which isn't a terrible idea. I think I might do that because this totem kept me alive quite a few different times and kept um, like the tank alive when I was healing um, quite a few different times. So I mean, the trinket's the trinket has versatility between playing as preservation and healing and playing as augmentation and kind of and DPS basically. Um, so I'd like to keep this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I feel good about this. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Now I would like to attempt to increase my mastery. Just a bit more. So what has mastery? I'm probably screwing up all of my stats for preservation. What are these? Are these not? Yeah, 16 plus. That's what I thought. So that would only grant +7 mastery. That's not great. Okay, so if we upgrade the necklace, +51. Okay. Let's throw some more stuff into that. Okay, can I fully upgrade this? No, because I need different, I need flight stones. And that would be 19. So the necklace was still good. Yeah. I think that's probably going to be about it. Yeah, I really need more flight stones to do much more of anything else. So. could upgrade this. I see no harm in that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see how that works. So, mm, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, folks.
Return soon.
So I think that's an improvement. I'm not 100% sure. So might run something to see, just to mess around and see what was my yeah, that was Throne of Tides plus 20. Not sure about those modifiers though. So yeah, so there you go, folks. So not a bad week all in all. So the vault rewards could have been better if I'd been thinking. I would have double checked what my loot specialization was on. Although to be fair, um, who hasn't had it set correctly and then opened the vault or had loot drop and then realized it was on the wrong specialty. So it is better than it used to be, where you had to actually be in the spec you were trying to get gear for. So I will say that. So yeah. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.